Jesus tells the people that they are not to prepare their defense beforehand. Now, I think there are two ways of thinking about this. One is, oh great, I don't have to think about religion, I don't have to think about God. God, if someone comes and they say, we're going to kill you for Christ, well then God will tell me what to say. I don't think that's the good interpretation of this. The other interpretation of this, which I think is the correct one, is the more I grow in my relationship with Jesus, the more I read the scriptures, the more I study the scriptures, when people say things to me, I will be able to answer them. I can tell you, as a priest, I've been a priest for 30 years now, and when I was younger, people would ask me things, or sometimes they would attack the church, and I didn't know the answer. I was giving blood one day, my first assignment at Columbia University, and I've got a needle in my arm, and this young man comes in, and he says, "Are you a Catholic priest?" And I won't tell you what I thought. And I said, "Yes, I am." And he says, "Oh, I used to be Catholic." And I thought, I'm going to have to sit here and listen to him. And he said, "Well, Jesus says in the Gospel of John that he has to go from here because he has other sheep he has sheep that are not of this fold. So why does there have to be only one church?" And this was before cell phones, because if we had cell phones, I would have looked it up. The whole verse, he's quoting a verse, I'm pretty sure it's John 10. But it says, Jesus says, I have to go and minister to sheep who are not of this flock. He was correct in the first half of that verse. But if you continue, if you finish the sentence, Jesus says he's going to minister to them so that there will be one flock with one shepherd. Now, needless to say, anyone asks me that question now, I get it, because I've studied more and I remember more. But there's another way also that we don't need to prepare our defense beforehand. This was my younger sister. She was still in high school, and my parents had a party, and lots of neighborhood friends were there, and I think it was all adults. But my sister had made a retreat, and she was on fire with Jesus. And so she was speaking about this experience, and she was just glowing. And one of the women, who was Catholic, she said, "Are you becoming a Jesus freak?" And my sister, with complete calm and assurance, looked at the woman and said, "If that means I've accepted Jesus and I love him as my Lord and Savior, then yes, I guess I am a Jesus freak." And I thought, oh my gosh, that was the perfect thing to say. If that's what that means, then I guess that's what I am. So Jesus tells us that we do not need to prepare our defense beforehand. What we need to be preparing is our knowledge of Jesus in the scriptures, in the sacraments. We need to be deepening our love for Jesus so that when we speak, it's not angry and defense, and angry, but it's love and it's calm and it's easy for people to hear and to accept. So I believe that's what Jesus means when he says, do not prepare your defense beforehand. If we grow in our knowledge and love of Jesus, we will not need to have, rote answers. We'll just speak from our heart, and we will truly share Jesus.